It was always Rose,
Right.
the apple of my eye.
Rosie.
No, really, seriously, if it wasn't for Rose, I probably would have grown up to be a bum. No, she's the one that really kept me straight.
You too.
When I wanted to quit after junior high school, I didn't want to go to high school. She set up a storm that the walls were shaking.
Well, then what was your first memory of her?
My first memory of her? Well, I mean, I know her from the time I was born. But she was always very good. I can always remember her. She was a hard worker. After school, she was working for a hat company, putting feathers in hats and stuff like that. She used to take it home to do, I remember. You know, she was a very great woman.
Was there a connection between you becoming a photographer and where Aunt Rose worked? Do I have that story right?
No.
No?
My sister Susie.
It was
She
Susie.
was working.
Okay.
She was working for a photographer, and I went to work there as a delivery boy, and that's how I got involved in photography.
Speaking of you staying straight or being kept straight, I think you said you once used to live with someone who was in the mob. So, was there any mob activity
Not
that we
me.
don't? Not you?
Harriet's stepfather,
By the name of,
Paddy.
which is,
He used to room with Charlie the what guy's name was Charlie the Bug. This Charlie the Bug was the guy that assassinated Dutch Schultz.
and you can look it up on Google if you want the
Yes,
details.
Charlie the Bug worked. Him and Patty used to go every year to visit him in Trenton, in New Jersey. That's where he was serving a life term, which he finally got out at about the age of 65 or 60, somewhere in his 60s. But Patty and him used to be, in fact,
It was the third
Harriet
one.
used to tell me about when his wife got married, when he got married to his wife, this Charlie the Bug. He gave his wife lots of jewelry and furs every time they had a fight. They lived in the same building. Every time they had a fight, he used to take away her furs and take away her jewels and drop it off at Harriet's house. And when she was a little girl, 5 and 6 years old, she used to put everything on and try them out.
That's funny. And wasn't there a third friend that he grew up with? There were like 3 boys. The judge, the guy who grew up to be.
Judge Edward.
One became a gangster and one became a judge.
A federal judge, Judge Edward Weinfeld.
Sign of the times.
Yeah, very famous judge.
Didn't you do any deliveries? Wasn't that a custom? You said something like that. Or didn't you tell me a delivery story
Well, I did
with the bags?
Oh, no, that was. Yeah, well, I was a kid. I don't know. I must have been about 14. I was asked to deliver. They offered me $1 to deliver a package up in the Bronx. They even gave me extra car fare, which was like another 20 cents because it was a nickel car fare. And I delivered the package to an apartment alongside the 3rd Avenue L, I think it was at the time. And I happened to check inside the package. It was a gun. I did deliver the package, and I saw who it was, and I recognized him from somebody from Cannon Street, and he was known as Benny the Boss. Sure enough, about 2 weeks later, he wound up getting assassinated.